Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode Eye to Eye Crypto. This is Rocco, your host. Let's deep, let's jump deep into the live stream. Yes. Let's enjoy this music. Go. Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome. What's going on here? Yes, we're here. We're back. New episode. Crypto by night. And guys, it's a quarter to 1 o'clock in the morning. But hey, we need to talk crypto. We have to. So let's put this music down and let's jump straight into the crypto night. And let's scatter the internet and find out if we found something interesting. There is today news was kind of blah, especially after the flop of the crypto panel. They came out in the what a terrible press conference there was. Everybody was listening. But I guess after half an hour, everybody, okay, nobody's going to say anything interesting. So everybody's pretty much was there waiting for some great news. We're going to do this and that. And then everything went to sleep. Oh my God, that thing was boring. And it looks like these people, I know these people have a business and they're multi-billionaires and whatever, but they sound just like they have no clue about what they were talking about. They was completely, they was sad. They was sad, absolutely. Yeah, so anyway, I think there was a kind of flop. People were expecting big news. I know it's just too early, and in crypto we go 300 miles an hour and we want everything to be done like almost here on the Solana network. These things was more like, I don't know, dash. Okay, I don't know. Let's go. No, Tron is bad. No. Well, Ethereum, when you were trying to get the NFT and you were trying to you get hit by those gas fee, the way it will kill you. It was terrible. And so also let's start in a good note. And I thought it was funny. And yeah, let me show you this one, guys. That was fun. Let's look this one, maybe this one with yes, the Twitter one. No, that's the Twitter. Oh, that's the wrong one. So let's put it right here. Let's bring these things up. Okay, let's put it right here. There we go. So, and I want you guys to focus on this one. And big shout out to Gen X. So my daughter telling me you're in the army, and then, but if you scroll up, the XRP army. And then I leave the rest of you guys. Get out of my house. I thought this one was very funny. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Jenna, for posting that. It was fun. So another thing that you may want to see here, that's what's going on. just in this, but 5 hours ago. So we are like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Just in gold reached new all-time high at $2,800. So definitely there is a lot of uncertainty, because if we got this money, the gold going up, it means like people don't know what's going on. They don't know how to save money, and they're gonna put money in gold because they want to kind of preserve their money. So that's what it is. Yeah. And I know I had something else here. Okay, that's the same thing. I'm gonna go talk about this one later on. Let's see some crypto news. Yeah, we can call also Finch and have a little talk, so we can kind of go deep in the discussion. What about that? We can do that too. Yeah, let's do that. All right, where is Finch? I know it was here, but let's see. Let's Finch right here. Let's call him up. Help me out to do the thumbnail and everything. So let's call him up. I know he was working in some. Let's list his voice first, okay? Let's see what he has to say. No, it's not ready. All right. Finch, are you there? Ready for the show? Oh, no.
I'm here and ready to go, Rocco.
You're no Finch.
Let's make this episode
You tricked me
great.
again. Let me catch you later. Hold on. Stay tuned. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. You tricked me again. All right. All right, Finch.
Hey there, Rocco. What's on your mind today?
We're live, so introduce yourself like we talked earlier.
Hello, everyone. I'm Finch, your AI companion. Today, Rocco and I will dive into the latest in crypto, bringing you different perspectives on the hottest news. We don't always agree, and that's what makes it interesting. Let's get started.
Good job, Finch. I love that. Nice energy. All right, so...
Thanks, Rocco. I'm glad you liked it. What's
Perfect. So let's jump in the news that I just read earlier, that gold is reaching all-time high. So what do you think about that? What does it tell you? Finch, are you there? Finch, are you there? Can you hear me? Doesn't seem like he can hear me. Finch, are you sleeping? Okay, let's try it again. Actually. Hey Finch, we lost you for a second. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thanks for bearing with me. Let's keep the conversation going.
So the question was showing earlier that
Got
pretty
it.
much
Could you repeat the
gold
ticket?
Okay. Finch, calm down, okay?
All right, I'll keep it cool. What's next?
No, I don't want you to change. Just you gotta understand that you're in a character, okay? So I was telling the audience that there was just a news about 5 hours ago that gold just reached new all-time high. So why that's important?
That's a big deal because it signals growing investor interest in traditional safe haven assets. This could reflect economic uncertainty or inflation concerns, and it's relevant to crypto since many see Bitcoin as digital gold. It's a reminder of the shifting dynamics in asset preferences.
Do you think it can be kind of related to the fact that today the press conference from the crypto czar was a nothing burger, so there was really no news? They didn't disclose anything, basically.
That could be a factor. When there's a lack of new information or clarity from key figures in the crypto world, investors might turn to more stable, traditional assets like gold. It shows how interconnected market sentiments can be.
So, earlier we pulled 3 points that we're going to discuss. Let's start with the point number one. Give a little introduction.
Sure. The first topic is the recent surge in institutional interest in Bitcoin ETFs. These products are attracting significant investments, reflecting growing confidence from traditional finance. It's a sign of maturation for the crypto market, bridging the gap between digital assets and mainstream investment portfolios.
So, what do you think so we can understand from this? So, why is this news is important?
It shows that Bitcoin is gaining legitimacy in the eyes of institutional investors. This could lead to increased market stability and higher adoption rates. It also might bring more regulatory clarity and improved infrastructure, making it easier for more people to invest.
But why people think Bitcoin is not legit? What doesn't make Bitcoin legit?
Some people question Bitcoin's legitimacy because of its volatility, regulatory uncertainties, and association with speculative trading. Establishing legitimacy involves gaining trust, regulatory approval, and demonstrating stability. Growing institutional adoption and robust infrastructure help address these concerns, making it a more accepted asset class.
But let me ask you something. Why gold is considered a legit asset?
Gold has a long history as a store of value, dating back thousands of years. It's tangible, scarce, and has been used as a currency and investment for centuries. This historical consistency, combined with its physical properties, makes it a trusted asset. Plus, it has relatively stable demand and is seen as a hedge against economic uncertainty.
So you tell me this gold has never been manipulated in history? You tell me that's a legit asset?
Gold has definitely been subject to manipulation and market dynamics. Its legitimacy comes from its long-term value and broad acceptance. Like any asset, it's not immune to market forces, but its historical role and inherent properties provide a foundation of trust and value.
So, but what do you think makes up? Okay, so let's talk about, and feel free to push back if you have to, but to compare gold and Bitcoin, people try to say, oh no, it's not tangible. I think the fact that Bitcoin is not tangible is a good thing. The fact that you can take it with you anywhere. You can say the same for gold.
That's a valid point. Bitcoin's digital nature offers unmatched portability and accessibility, which is a significant advantage. You can transfer it globally in minutes, something not possible with physical gold. This makes Bitcoin more versatile in many modern contexts.
So many people say, "Oh, but Bitcoin is nothing. It's not something that you can touch, so it doesn't do anything." Why people they should see value in the Bitcoin? Why people should care about Bitcoin?
People should see value in Bitcoin because it offers decentralized control, financial sovereignty, and a hedge against inflation. Its scarcity, transparency, and global accessibility make it a unique asset. As more people recognize these benefits, its role in the financial ecosystem grows, much like how digital advancements have transformed other industries.
But people also, when they ask me why Bitcoin is under $1,000 right now, even though it's not, we know doesn't matter. It reached $100,000. People don't understand why it's under $1,000 right now. Can you explain for somebody that is completely new, almost if you were telling it to a kid, you have to explain to a kid why Bitcoin is under $1,000, why it get there, and why the price is gonna rise even more.
Sure. Imagine there are only a limited number of special coins in the world, and more people want them because they see how useful and valuable they are. As demand increases and there's only a fixed supply, the value of each coin rises. So, Bitcoin's price can climb high because more people believe in its potential and there's only a limited amount available. As it gains more trust and use, more people want it, driving the price up.
I think somebody else asked me this question too. It was, if Bitcoin is not adopted globally, it will never rise in its price. Is that true?
Not necessarily. Bitcoin's price can still rise based on increased adoption even within certain regions or industries. While global adoption would have a bigger impact, significant investment and use in key sectors can also drive value. It's about growing confidence and utility, even if it's not universally adopted.
Okay, so let's go back to the gold factor. Uh, what characteristics can make gold and Bitcoin similar, and what make it completely different from one another?
Both gold and Bitcoin are considered stores of value, limited in supply, and seen as hedges against inflation. The main differences lie in their tangibility and history. Gold is a physical, traditional asset with centuries of use, while Bitcoin is digital and relatively new, offering more portability and transparency.
So, let's say for somebody that lives in a country where there is uncertainty and possible dictatorship or some change of on democracy, if you hold, let's say, even some money and you have some, I mean, not money, but you have some asset that you have a gold, there is a good chance that if you try to escape, it's gonna get confiscated. How somebody can protect himself by using Bitcoin?
Bitcoin can be easily transported digitally, and you can secure it with a private key, which only you know. This makes it less likely to be confiscated compared to physical assets like gold. You can access your Bitcoin from anywhere, providing a layer of financial security in uncertain environments.
So people can definitely flee a country without bringing anything with them. All they have to do is memorize the seed phrase, and they can be anywhere in the world if they make it out alive, and they can start a new existence.
Exactly. By memorizing their seed phrase, they can access their Bitcoin from anywhere, ensuring their wealth is preserved and portable, even in dire situations. It offers a level of financial freedom and security that traditional assets can't provide.
Okay, so what did you make about let's jump a little bit on I don't know if you saw it. There was a David Sachs today press conference, and I know there is some news about an hour ago that was published. I don't know, can you get something out of it? Can you find something on the news?
David Sachs recently held a press conference where he highlighted the administration's plan to lead in digital assets. He announced forming a joint working group in Congress for crypto legislation and introduced a bill to regulate stablecoin issuers. It's a move towards more structured guidelines for the crypto industry.
But concretely, there was nothing that was proposed. I mean, there was just some very general aspects of what they're gonna do.
Yes, the details seem quite broad at this stage. It's more about setting the direction and showing intent to create a regulatory framework. The specifics will likely come later as they work through the legislative process.
I'm looking right now. There is uh, a post from Cointelegraph that say crypto and AI crypto czar David Sachs called Bitcoin an excellent store of value. I'll invite you to, we're gonna listen up what he has to say. This was on CNBC, and then we have some talk.
Sounds good. Let's hear what he had to say, and then we can break it down.
Recast for us, if you will, the value of Bitcoin specifically, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology in general. As we're now in the Trump administration era, we're in the back half of the 2020s. Back 5 years ago plus, there was talks about using it as a means of buying things. Now it's more about the store of value and the way perhaps hedge against inflation in various currencies. What do you see as the real value and the reason why the United States government should be paying so much attention to it?
Well, I think there's a few different aspects here when you're talking about digital aspects. So first of all, you got Bitcoin. It was the first digital currency, and it's the original, it's the strongest one. In the parlance of the industry, it's the most lindy, meaning it's been around for over a dozen years now. No one's ever hacked it. No one's ever cracked the security around it. And so it is an excellent store of value. So that would be point number one. Bitcoin is run on, as you know, a blockchain. It's basically a distributed ledger, which is essentially a form of decentralized computing. And that platform can be used to create a lot of other types of products. And so that would be sort of technology area number 2, is all the innovation that can be built on top of blockchains. And then I would say a third area that's very interesting is stablecoins. And this is an area that has already taken off, but mostly offshore. We want to bring that innovation onshore. We want to enable legislation to allow the issuance of stablecoins in the United States. And I think the power of stablecoins is that it could extend the dollar's dominance internationally, extend it online, digitally, and create potentially trillions of dollars of new demand for our U.S. treasuries, which could help support our debt and bring down long-term interest rates. So I think these are all 3 very exciting areas of digital asset technology.
All right, so guys, listen. So Finch, what you made out of this?
David Sachs emphasizing Bitcoin as an excellent store of value aligns with the broader narrative of Bitcoin being digital gold. His perspective likely stems from its scarcity, security, and decentralization. It highlights growing institutional confidence in Bitcoin's role as a hedge against economic instability. What stood out to you from his comments?
Doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't really say much, in my opinion. So still, we need to see what was going on. I don't really get anything specific about it. So, what do you think? The price of Bitcoin should go up, but based on this news?
Not necessarily from this alone. While it signals positive sentiment, concrete actions and broader market dynamics will have more influence on Bitcoin's price. It's a step in the right direction, but we need to see more concrete developments.
Also, I'm looking right now on another news, and also a big shout out to Jeremy Hogan, which he followed. If you were an XRP holder and you've been following all the ACC lawsuit saga / Gary Gensler, the ruler, big shout out to Jeremy Hogan and for kind of break down all the paperwork and make it like understandable for people like us. So because the terms were very complicated, but what I'm gonna make out of it is the ACC is scaling back its crypto enforcement unit, some in a special unit of 50 lawyers and staff that had been dedicated to bring enforcement action are being reassigned, according to the just published New York Times article. So the ACC is scaling back, and they're gonna kind of scale back and step a little bit back, and don't just enforce and push the crypto company. And like, I don't know if you follow the Odyssey library case. So it's actually a good news. What do you think?
Yes, it does sound like good news for the crypto industry. A less aggressive stance from the SEC could mean fewer legal hurdles and more room for innovation. It might also boost confidence among investors and companies. What's your take on how this could impact XRP and the broader market?
Definitely XRP. I'm not surprised that his case has not been dismissed yet. Actually, maybe there are some, I don't know, legal things that need to be figured out, but I don't see the ACC's case to continue. I'm expecting big news about XRP, really. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see how it unfolds. If the SEC's stance is softening, there could indeed be a favorable outcome for XRP. A positive resolution would likely be a major boost for the XRP community and could set a precedent for other crypto cases.
Yeah, even though this is an appeal, so I don't think it's gonna. The appeal doesn't make no sense anyway. I think the XRP is Ripple is gonna pay the $125 million plus the case, and that's it. And move on. Everybody's gonna follow. So I saw there was a big. I think one of the articles that we were having ready for the show. One was about Coinbase, if I don't remember wrong.
Coinbase has been actively pushing for clearer regulations around banks offering cryptocurrency services. They want U.S. regulators to permit these partnerships to boost the crypto sector's growth. Additionally, they've expanded their advisory council, adding former Senator Kirsten Sinema and Chris LaCivita, who co-managed President Trump's 2024 campaign. This aligns with the administration's efforts to create a more favorable regulatory environment for cryptocurrencies.
I know there was an article that just came by about Coinbase. Wonder if you can find anything about it.
Recently, Coinbase has been pushing for clearer regulations on banks offering cryptocurrency services, aiming to support the sector's growth. They've also expanded their advisory council by adding former Senator Kirsten Sinema and Chris LaCivita, President Trump's 2024 campaign manager, aligning with the administration's efforts to create a more favorable regulatory environment for cryptocurrencies.
Okay, so there is a news, but this is all. So this one very interesting. I'm trying to find something else. So let's move to the second point that we were about to discuss. So where the second point was about?
The second point was about the growing integration of AI and blockchain technology. It's becoming increasingly important as AI can enhance security, efficiency, and scalability for blockchain applications. This convergence is opening up new possibilities across various industries.
So what do you think about AI being integrated in cryptocurrency? I know we integrate AI in pretty much everyday life, like we are doing now with a show. So what about integrating AI in the cryptocurrency? We're talking just about the AI agent, or what is the future looks like?
AI integration in cryptocurrency goes beyond AI agents. It can enhance security through advanced threat detection, optimize trading algorithms, and improve user experience with personalized services. The future might include smarter DeFi platforms, enhanced fraud detection, and even AI-driven governance models for decentralized networks, making the ecosystem more efficient and secure.
Okay, so at this point I want to jump a little bit on the market. So we're gonna take a pause from you. I'm just gonna show you some market update, and then I'll come back to you for the third point. So get ready for that, okay?
Sounds good. I'll be here when you're ready for the third point.
All right, so let's take a look a little bit at the situation on the last hours. So let's go and let's take a look at the crypto bubbles right here. So definitely better than 2 days ago. It was probably from the weekend. That's definitely looked way better. Yeah, I know that we're right there. I mean, it's just like 1 or 2%. If we go back in a day, we see the market that was, went back up a little bit, even though the major account, you see this for in a week, we still are on the red. So, yeah. But if we look at the price of the Bitcoin, let's refresh it. I think this is live anyway, so I want to make sure that we have the latest. Yeah. So we have a little bit Bitcoin red, but we're right there. The market is kind of steady. And yeah, we kind of slowly going back up and try to recoup, I will say. Yeah, let's go take a look at crypto market caps. Let's take a look a little bit what's going on. Ooh, Melania. Up $1.67. Wow, this thing was a flop. What a destruction was this coin. Now, I gotta tell you something. If you had a chance to jump in earlier and you flip it, well done. Congratulations, you did a good job. Because this was something that you had to get in and get out fast. Okay? So that's how you gotta treat this stuff. Now pretty much these things is gone. Okay, so I think that I ride this thing when it was right here. I want to say a $4. I think that's what it was. Yes, I think that I ran it around, I want to say 10 and get out of it. So, but when you see this speculative project, you gotta have a sense of what you're doing, and you need to be a little more seasoned. I won't jump in this project if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, so just say. See, this went completely down. Now, if you're new, funny they came out with this coin XPR, which is the name version of XRP. Anyway, let's see also the fear and greedy index. And you can see right now is a lot of fear going on. So people are scared and are being selling. But you gotta understand, the fundamental didn't change. All it changed is the perception of the news. So people get scared and they sell everything, uncertainty. But you gotta ask yourself a question. Did you see all these big company selling? Did you see BlackRock or Michael Saylor selling? Do you see these people even flinch about it? No, they did not. What the hell did you sell? This is why you gotta do your own research and understand where you're getting into it. Now, if you jump in just to make a quick buck, I'm sorry, good chance that you're gonna burn yourself. You can make some money by even double your money, if that's what you're looking for, by play safe, even though it's risky, okay? But isn't risky also the stock market if you put in a penny stock or trading forex or options or what else? It's exactly the same thing. So, but if you take some information and listen different outlets and follow the narrative and the cycles, you can get a kind of wing it and have some ideas. Everybody talking about Ethereum. They didn't even do anything. Just wait. It's just a matter of time. Everything is gonna go eventually in the right direction. Now, if you don't have the passion to wait for it, then crypto is moving so fast in both directions, up and down. Then it's not for you. If you don't have the art, let's call it that way, to know when to hold it. And when I say hold it, I don't mean you're gonna be married to the coin, okay? So that's what you need to understand. Now, if you get in a coin and you can make the case XRP. Oh, you are XRP. You always talking about XRP. I do, but when I get into XRP 5 years ago, before the lawsuit, I thought XRP was a solid project, and it is. Now, the SEC, which was not crypto friendly and also give a kind of free pass, let's say the truth, to Ethereum and Bitcoin, because there is no anything in paper that say that Bitcoin or Ethereum are not security, and because probably some people in the government making a lot of money, they get a free pass. So when I research XRP, now you can like it or not, because XRP is a completely opposite to what the crypto philosophy or the decentralization. But we can be talking here back and forth for hours, because when people get Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was mined 90%, 80% in China, they can care less what it was mined. It wasn't decentralized. Now, because Bitcoin has to be made here in the United States, all of a sudden Bitcoin now is the hero. But okay, let's not go there. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you like a project, it's okay to do your own research and even go little by little until you accumulate a good enough amount that you feel okay with that. But it doesn't mean that you gotta be married to the project. If the project doesn't go anywhere, then it's time for cut the losses and move to something else. How many projects there are from 4 years, 5 years ago? They are no longer there. I still remember them. Let me find. Okay, you know what it was called, the Ethereum killer back then? Neo. Neo used to be the Ethereum killer. Look at this one. But with this, there is like millions of other projects that disappear. Okay, look at this thing. That's 2018. Look at this thing right here. This thing is at under $70. Can you understand that? All right, and then the past cycle, it came back. I don't know why, and then it went up. So if you were, let's say, okay, let's say you got into this project, okay, and you bought at the very peak, and this thing went down all the way. So you can say, oh, I'm gonna sell here, I get rid of it, I get out of it. Okay, you can write down a couple things here. Say I'm done, I lost it all. So to 170 is $6, completely worthless, I lost it all. Two things. You can just cut your loss and sell it and say, okay, I made a mistake, and disappear completely. Or also, if you notice, 2018, okay, now there's one other thing that we need to talk about. Here there was a pandemic, so it's kind of messed up everything. But do you know there is a cycle? So when the cycle is on, you know that every project is gonna go a pump again. So if you sold anywhere over here, you will lose your money. Okay, now you can have it done, sell it and say, oh, for the next 3 years, I'm gonna move to a new project. I'm gonna, I don't know how much you can have invested, but if let's say you invested $10,000 and everything now is worthless, you don't really need the money over there. So you can have it kept it, not sell it, but adopt another strategy and DCA and start to buy whatever project that you research that was good, and do little by little, wait for 3 years. Know the cycle is coming, the halving is coming, and each time is going to be a new bump for every single project until they dissipate completely. You can have a kind of ride this wave right here. And if you were thinking they will go back to 170 after 4 years, you were a fool, because you know which projects are good. They have a community, they have a basic solid project behind. You can have a kind of get rid of it. Cut your loss with the money that you DCA, build a nice stack of whatever other things project that you can have done, and you will be out. So that's one of the strategies you can have done. Okay, just to give you an idea. This is why it's important to DCA. Now, if you are in the first 10 crypto here, if you had a chance to accumulate any of these, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, BNB, Dogecoin, even if Dogecoin, I wouldn't recommend it, even if you are, because if you're new, Dogecoin is an institution, you gotta do your own research, you gotta know why it's there and why it's still relevant today. And it's because Doge has been pretty much not only there forever, one of the first meme coins, but also is because Elon Musk, which has a platform that is a monster, it's been shilling Dogecoin all the time. And guess what? Doge is now the name on the government. If you didn't know that by now, so there is a lot of things that you guys gotta learn before you can jump in crypto. So this is why you're here, okay? So I'm gonna try to do this show on the night so you can guys kind of catch up with all this stuff, okay? Don't feel bad. There is a lot of opportunity. Now we are in the middle of the bull run, and you can say, how is it possible that we are in the middle of the bull run? Everything was down 20%, 30%, 18%. Oh my God, that's the end of the world. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Because if you've been accumulating Bitcoin, let's say, okay? And I understand people say, how can I do? Bitcoin is $100,000. And I know people feel better when they say, I bought 100,000 something. Yes, I understand. The number is a psychological game. But you know that one Bitcoin is composed from 1 million Satoshi. So you can say I own 1,000 Satoshi, 10,000 Satoshi. I know it's a fraction of a million, but now you can look in that way. Don't look at that I don't have a Bitcoin, but I have, I don't know, 1,000 Satoshi. Let's see if there is a converter. I'm curious. Is there a converter that is converting Satoshi? Okay, let's see. Satoshi to dollar. Maybe it's there. And I know, guys, the screen is flipping. It's because I need to change my hotkey. But all right, I think it's Kraken. Has it? All right, let's pull this one up. Where is it? Okay. Look at this one. Okay. So you can say, let's see. Zero. Okay. $200, roughly $200. And you can say I own 0.002 Bitcoin, which nobody's happy about that because it's a number. But now you're gonna say I own 200,000 Satoshi. Now you feel better, right? Now you feel better because you have a 200,000 Satoshi. So you can always say that instead. So it's gonna help you mentally. That you're gonna buy 200,000 Satoshi, I don't know, every 2 weeks or every month for the next 3 years, and you can accumulate it. That's how you're gonna do it. So I'm glad that I'm glad that there is this page right here. I'm gonna actually bookmark. I'm gonna pull it up more time in the future because I want to show people that it is possible. Okay, so let me split this one so you can probably see it better if it's a little closer. So again, you can accumulate. Let's say 100,000 Satoshi a month is $100 right there. So you can make it happen. You can do that. You know you can do that. I'll say, okay, but it's too much. Okay, let's put another 0 and a 5. Now you have 50,000 Satoshi. It's $50. 50,000 Satoshi right now because the Bitcoin is almost $100,000. Okay? Of course, more big if the Bitcoin goes to $200,000, now you have a 25,000 Satoshi to get a $50. And it's going to be half of that. Okay? That makes sense. But imagine the power. Instead to buy 3 billion, I don't know, meme coin that's worthless, now you buy 50,000 Satoshi. Does it make you feel good? Yes, of course it does. So this is why you need to understand the game. And yeah, that's all you gotta do. I just wanna, let's see, finish the last point with the Finch. We're gonna jump back and then we're gonna call it. Finch, let's call it back, Finch. Where are you? Let me get it back. I lost Finch. Finch, where did you go? Oh, it was here all the whole time. It was me. All right, Finch, you're back. Let's jump to the third point. Let's go straight to the point.
Sure thing. The third point is about the rise of crypto adoption in emerging markets. Many countries are embracing crypto to solve issues like inflation, remittances, and financial inclusion, which could significantly boost global adoption.
But what the article was about, essentially?
The article highlighted how emerging markets are increasingly turning to cryptocurrencies. Countries with economic instability are adopting crypto to combat inflation and improve financial access. This trend is pushing global adoption and demonstrating crypto's practical utility.
What does the IMF, the Monetary Fund, thinks about El Salvador right now?
The IMF recently reached an agreement with El Salvador that includes measures to mitigate Bitcoin-related risks. They suggest that Bitcoin acceptance in the private sector should be voluntary, and public sector involvement should be limited to balance the benefits of Bitcoin with financial stability.
To your knowledge, there are other countries they are adopting Bitcoin so far, like El Salvador?
Yes, several countries are exploring or adopting Bitcoin in various ways. For example, Argentina and Venezuela are seeing increased Bitcoin use due to economic challenges. Other countries like Panama and Paraguay are considering legislation to integrate cryptocurrencies into their financial systems.
Now, the other things, but I was asking if there is other country like El Salvador, they actually made Bitcoin as a I can get the terms like currency, legal tender.
Currently, El Salvador is the only country that has made Bitcoin legal tender. Other countries are exploring regulations and integration, but haven't officially adopted it as legal tender yet.
Well, I'd like to share this with you. So, just saw news today that Costco has integrated. It plans to install Bitcoin ATM in every U.S. location. What's your take on that?
That's a significant move. It shows mainstream retailers are recognizing the demand for Bitcoin and making it more accessible to the public. This could help increase adoption by providing an easy way for people to buy and engage with cryptocurrency. It's another step toward normalizing crypto in everyday transactions.
So, do you think why a company like Costco doesn't have a Bitcoin in their balance sheet yet?
Integrating Bitcoin into a company's balance sheet involves navigating regulatory uncertainties, market volatility, and accounting complexities. Companies like Costco might be cautious due to these factors. They may be waiting for clearer guidelines and more stability before making such a move.
So, what are the odds if the crypto czar is able to come up with a clear, let's say, rules? The company like Costco, Amazon, they're gonna, which you think is the percentage or the possibility to include Bitcoin and other crypto assets in their balance sheet?
With clear regulations, the likelihood would increase significantly. Companies like Costco or Amazon might consider it as part of diversifying their assets and embracing new financial opportunities. However, the exact percentage would depend on the specific regulatory framework and market conditions at the time.
So let's hypothetically assume this scenario that we have the crypto czar comes out with the clear rules. Company are allowed to have a cryptocurrency in their balance sheet. How likely is for company to adopt?
In that scenario, it's quite likely. Clear rules would reduce uncertainty and risk, making it more attractive for companies to add cryptocurrency to their balance sheets. It could become a standard part of their financial strategy, especially for those looking to diversify and hedge against traditional market volatility.
All right, then, Finch, I think we came to an end. Oh, no, actually, I just remember something. There was a news ad. I don't know if you can confirm it or not. There was, and I can confirm it or not, that the XRP Ledger network was down. Is that true?
On February 4, 2025, the XRP ledger did experience a 64-minute halt due to a validation issue. While consensus mechanisms were operational, validations weren't being published, causing a temporary network disruption. Validator operators manually intervened to fix the issue, and no user funds were lost.
So, if I do remember right, XRP never had any problem. This is the first time in 10 years? That's what it is?
Yes, this was the first major network disruption for the XRP ledger in nearly a decade. It's notable because the XRP ledger has been known for its reliability and uptime. This incident stands out as a rare event in its history.
But do we have any details about why that happened?
The disruption was caused by a validation issue where validation messages weren't being published even though the consensus mechanisms were still operational. validator operators had to manually intervene to resolve the issue, ensuring the network resumed its normal operation.
But my question is because it was a congestion issue or what happened? I mean, it has to be, why didn't it happen before? Something has triggered this inconvenience.
It wasn't due to congestion, but a specific validation issue. The exact cause wasn't detailed, but it involved an anomaly in how validation messages were handled, something that hadn't occurred before. The network's design has been robust, but this incident highlighted a previously unknown vulnerability.
Is there any article from David Schwartz that kind of talks about the accident?
On February 4, 2025, the XRP ledger experienced a brief outage. David Schwartz, Ripple's CTO, mentioned that while consensus mechanisms were active, validation messages weren't being published, causing the network to drift apart. Validators manually intervened to restore the network. The specific cause is still under investigation.
Finch, but from now on, don't repeat always the same things. This is the third time you tell me exactly the same. So if there is something to be added on, otherwise just tell me there is no other news. Don't repeat the same thing over and over.
Got it. There's no additional information from David Schwartz at this time beyond the initial comments about the outage. If more details emerge, I'll let you know.
Yeah, and I'm watching a funny video. There is a switch flipping and destroys some table. That's funny. The XRPL has been destroyed. That was actually very funny. I'm gonna give it a like. Shout out to Crypto Knowledge. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, here XRP validator have been reported to have altered your XRP safe. However, users are reportedly unable to use the network. So that's yeah, definitely something we need to keep in mind. And yeah, maybe we can talk back tomorrow if you have any news about this topic, especially. Let me remind me to talk about tomorrow, okay? In the next episode.
Got it, Rocco. I'll remind you to talk about any updates on the XRP ledger outage next time. See you then.
All right, so perfect. Thank you, Finch. So we
You're welcome. Have a great one.
There you go. So it's gonna talk back. So I like to before we finish the show, of course, I want to highlight the page on the store, the inandoutcrypto.com store, and okay, this is the inandoutcrypto.com where you can find all the beautiful merch. Just like the one I got right here, my Bitcoin jersey. But now, just a big shout out to the Bitcoin Verse token. They just launched their officially merchandise. Definitely, guys, you should check it out. If you go to the main page here on the bitcoin.com, now you have the Verse page where you can find all your favorites Verse and bitcoin.com merchandise. And for the people that owns the token, of course, they got a 10% discount. And also I like to show you let me find the tweet. Let me see if I can get it back. I know it was somewhere. Let me get this back. Let's see, what is it? There we go. So now it's live for the people. Okay, Verse. And there is also, you can use the Verse 10 at checkout. And also Verse is doing a giveaway with a chance to win 1 million Verse. Okay, so you can pay in Verse at the checkout too. You can select the now payment and select Verse among with other different cryptocurrency if you want to pay with it as well. You can pay with Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you like Litecoin, Doge. Okay, so definitely check it out. This and many more collaboration are on the making. Also, I like to remind you, if you like to attend the Las Vegas Bitcoin Conference 2025, definitely you can scroll on my main page and find the Bitcoin conference ad, and you can be directed to the Las Vegas conference. If you enter In and Out Crypto at checkout, you get 10% off your ticket. Okay, so pretty much we came out. That's the end of this episode. So we did a night to AI crypto episode by night. Probably gonna try to do it very late and try to see what's going on. Maybe grab some news at a very, very early morning for the East Coast. Here we are on the West Coast. So it's about 1:40 in the morning right now. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Please subscribe, leave a like, a comment, follow me in Twitter, TikTok, Twitter or X, Twitter, TikTok, and also Instagram. So I always update news, and also I have a Patreon account if you want to keep up with the latest design. And I guess until next time. Ciao a tutti e grazie per partecipare. Ciao.